Be upstanding in court!
You are familiar with the If you please.
Number 1 on your list, sir. The matter of the SS Patna.
Indeed. Is the ship's master present?
I fear not, sir.
I see. Is any officer of the Patna present?
Yes, sir. I am.
Blackguard!
You are?
The mate of the Patna, sir.
Disgrace!
Silence, please!
The mate of the SS Patna, you say?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other ship's officers with you?
No, sir.
And do you feel yourself competent to supply this court with a full account of the material facts in this case?
Yes, sir. I was there. I was involved.
You understand fully the gravity of the matter?
I will do my duty.
Very well. We will proceed.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 1, Bombay about 1890.
Oh, yes. I remember Jim. I attended the Court of Inquiry that morning in Bombay. Everybody connected with the sea was there, of course, because the affair of the Patna had been notorious for days. From the moment the cable reached the harbour master's office, that mysterious, one might even say that horrifying cable from Aden, from the moment it arrived, the whole waterside had talked of nothing else.
I say, Captain Marlowe, you've sailed all the 7 seas. Did you ever hear of anything to beat this Patna business, eh? My word, those Johnnies are going to catch it when they reach port. What?
Each new development in the affair became fuel for more gossip. At the harbour office, at your agents, at the shipbrokers, at the chandler's store.
Morning, Captain Marlowe.
And a very good day to you, sir.
They're back, then?
Back? Who's back?
Those blighters from the Patna. 4 of them, skipper, mate and 2 engineers. They crept ashore at dawn from the steamer that picked them up, the Avondale. Now we'll get to the bottom of it all, eh?
But nowhere was the Patna affair discussed more avidly than at the club. The master of the Avondale, poor fella, was almost swamped with questions.
Damn it all, sir, didn't you question the scoundrels?
Absolutely.
Did I have any reason to disbelieve their story?
Come now.
Oh, yes, gentlemen. It's all very well to talk with hindsight. But tell me, what would you have done in my place? There you are, in the middle of the Arabian Sea. You had the good fortune to spot 4 castaways, 4 white men, adrift in an open boat. Would it really occur to you to suspect them of criminal behaviour? Seriously? Of course not. You'd do exactly as I did. Haul them on board and offer a small prayer for a blessed deliverance. Mind you, later on it did occur to me there was something fishy about it all.
Fishy? The whole business smells higher than a leper's armpit.
But nonetheless, I insist that at the time their skipper's story struck me as reasonable enough. Why should I have disbelieved it?
Ah, but then the bounder is some sort of foreigner. Not quite sure which variety.
In point of fact,
he hails from Stettin, Flensburg or some such Baltic port, via New South Wales.
Well, there you are, then, a German.
Trust you to know, Marlowe.
Friend of yours, Obin?
Good Lord, no. No, I had the misfortune to come across him once in Samarang. 9 months or a year ago. A very nasty piece of work. He had the body of a baby elephant and the morals of a hyena.
Well, he's under British jurisdiction now.
Has a day been named for the Court of Inquiry yet?
A week tomorrow, I heard.
The very next morning, as it happened, I was standing outside the harbour office at the very moment when the fat skipper emerged. He had had an uncomfortable interview with a master attendant. In fact, their argument could be heard clear across the esplanade to the bandstand. I could see his purple cheeks quivering. Suddenly he recognized me.
You Englishmen are all rogues. Always make a damn fuss. You English, you know damn better than other people. Do your worst. You want to take away my certificate? Take my damn certificate. Me, I don't need your verfluchte certificate. I spit on it. The Pacific is big, my friend. An American citizen I will become. I spit on the English. I spit on them.
Whereupon he set off in a resolute waddle across the esplanade towards a ramshackle gharry which was waiting in front of the hotel.
Schnell! Schnell! We go right now! Move, you heathen!
Yes.
Move!
Yes, sir. You mean he's cut and run?
Absconded? Good grief, are you certain?
Departed, disappeared, vanished. I'll bet my last Joey on it. He'll be in Burma by 8 bells the Nazi was making. Pink ball.
Well, then he must be brought back at once.
He has 6,000 miles of tropical belt to lose himself in. We'll not see him in this port again.
Bring us a beer, boy.
Yes, sir. Cowardly bilge rat.
No more than one would expect of the Boche, I say. It may be small consolation, but at least his partners in crime are British. They won't be afraid to face the music.
Oh, well ridden, Major. Good shot. How do you rate his mount, Marlowe? First-rate polo pony, what?
Fine beast.
Not fond of geldings. Never was.
Oh, is that so, Lady Wibberley?
I feel they lack something.
Yes, quite. Do I spy the good Dr. McCreath?
Lady Wibberley, gentlemen.
G&T?
Why not?
Wait up.
Yes, sir.
4 G&T.
Very good, sir.
Well, Doctor, what news on the Rialto?
I suspect the Patna hearing may have to be postponed after all.
But it's due to start tomorrow.
Well, that's as may be, but this morning we admitted both the Patna's engineers to the hospital.
Both of them?
Somehow it seems the second engineer sustained a broken arm on board. Went untreated, septicemia set in, and now he's lying in the white men's ward with a raging fever.
Good God.
He's in no condition to give evidence.
And what's the other fellow suffering from?
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, pink toads the size of mastiffs.
Jim Jams.
Exactly, Lady Wibberley. As hopeless a case of the DTs as I've seen. Hasn't set foot outside Mariano's grog shop since he came ashore.
Really?
4 bottles of rot gut brandy a day, I'm told. Stomach must be sheeted with boiler iron. Now look, that's the end of the first chocker.
And then there was one.
What did you say, Marlowe?
There's just one man left who can resolve the Patna mystery. The ship's mate.
Does anyone know the mate?
Surly puppy.
I beg your pardon, Lady Wibberley?
Mrs. Etney, matron of the sailors' home where he's staying, tells me he's an uncivil, surly puppy. Sits all day on the veranda, won't speak when he's spoken to, haunts the quayside at night like the wandering Jew. Bad lot.
Well, as I say, since there's only one witness available, I wouldn't be surprised if the inquiry is postponed.
But there was no postponement. The inquiry was held on the appointed date to satisfy the law. In my opinion, the authorities had only one purpose: to have done with the distasteful business as quickly as possible.
Take the book in your right hand and repeat after me. I swear by Almighty God.
I swear by Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give this court.
That the evidence I shall give this court.
He was a fair young man, a little under 6 feet tall and powerfully built. He conveyed a kind of dogged self-assertion. And my first impression of him was, he is one of us. One of us. You know, the sea has been good to me, and in my time I've turned out many youngsters for the service of the Red Rag, all of them good stuff for the sea. I ought by now to know the right kind of looks. But Jim was an enigma. There was some infernal alloy in his metal.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
As is customary in such matters, the presiding police magistrate was flanked by 2 nautical assessors. One of them I knew, Big Brierly, captain of a crack ship of the Blue Star Line. Brierly was a man who had never made a mistake in his life.
And it is your claim, is it, that the ship's boats were at all times efficiently maintained?
Well, I assumed that responsibility myself. It was a matter of pride with me. I always believed in being prepared for the worst. I don't know what the practice had been before, naturally, but I remember I spoke to the captain.
Forgive me, the question I asked required a simple answer, yes or no. Would you please keep strictly to the point? Now then, on the Patna there were 4 boats on the port side and 3 to starboard, correct?
Yes, sir.
And they were in good order.
I was coming to that,
yes
sir.
or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
They wanted facts, as if facts could explain anything. The why of Jim's actions was unimportant to them. They were not interested in the condition of Jim's soul. That first day was as instructive as tapping an iron box with a hammer to find out what's inside. Was it for my own sake that I wished to find a shadow of an excuse for that young fella? As I said, he looked like one of us, but was he? Could I any longer rely on my own judgment?
Mr. Endicott, have you any questions for the witness?
Thank you, yes. You learned your seamanship where?
In England, sir. I spent 2 years on the training ship before joining the merchant service.
And how old are you now?
23.
Which means that you've been at sea, 7 years? 8?
8, sir, yes.
Would I be right in thinking, therefore, that despite your lack of years, you would regard yourself as an experienced ship's officer?
Yes, sir. You could say that.
An officer of sufficient experience that, faced with an emergency, an unlooked-for crisis at sea, it would be reasonable to expect that you would do your duty? Well?
It has always been my hope that whatever the circumstances, I would do my duty.
Duty?
Silence, please.
I must insist that this inquiry be permitted to proceed without gratuitous interruptions from the body of the court. Mr. Endicott.
Have you any comment to make on the role you played in the incident which is the subject of this inquiry?
No, sir.
Isn't it a simple fact that, faced with a crisis, you showed yourself to be a plain incompetent?
No, sir, I did what I could. At the time.
You did your best, did you?
No, sir. Not my best.
Isn't the plain fact of the matter that you lost your head? I have no more questions.
Mr. Endicott?
No.
May we then have the next witness? You may stand down.
Sir?
For a brief moment, as he left the witness box, Jim's gaze wandered around the packed courtroom, and just for a second or so, our eyes met. He still looked as genuine as a new sovereign, and a thought struck me with the chill of the graveyard. On the strength of his looks, I would have had no hesitation in trusting the deck of my ship to that youngster and gone to sleep with both eyes. And by Jove, it wouldn't have been safe.
Be upstanding in court.
It was well into the afternoon when the inquiry was adjourned to the next day, and the white men began to troop out at once. Jim, I noticed, was one of the first to leave. I made my way slowly out, chatting idly to Archie Rivell, the harbour shipping master.
All over by tomorrow, what?
I imagine so.
Not a great deal more to be said, is there? But one thing's certain, that young fellow's done for.
You know, it's curious what agents, devils perhaps, can affect the course of a man's life. Where, I wonder, would Jim have ended up had it not been for the dog? That mangy, yellow, flea-bitten native dog. Let me explain. The next case in court, a matter of assault and battery on a moneylender, if I remember correctly, involved a family of natives from a village up country. Whether they brought the tyke with them, I don't know, but a dog there was, weaving stealthily in and out of the crowd. Archie Rivell accidentally stumbled over him.
Blast that wretched cur!
As Archie hurried on, I saw Jim spin round. He stepped forward, barring my way.
Did you speak to me?
No.
I heard you.
Some mistake, I assure you. As far as I know, I haven't opened my lips in your hearing.
There was a fellow with you. He said it then. You don't deny that?
No, I don't deny that.
And who exactly is a cur, eh?
Don't be a fool, young man. Nobody dreamt of insulting you. When my friend spoke about a dog, he meant precisely that, no more or no less.
Forgive me, please. Altogether my mistake. It's just all those staring people in the court. There I've got to stand it. I can do it too. But I won't put up with that kind of thing.
Now, look. It was a complete misunderstanding. Please forget that anything was said at all.
Yes, you're quite right, of course. I've embarrassed you. I apologize. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Listen, it occurs to me that we must do something to show there's no ill feeling. Do you have an engagement this evening?
No, but...
Oh, good. Dinner, Malabar House Hotel, 8:30.
No, really, I wouldn't
I
dream...
insist. I would like you to be my guest.
Thank you. I'll be there.
An outward-bound mail boat had come in that afternoon, and the big dining room of the Malabar House Hotel was more than half full of people with £100 round-the-world tickets in their pockets. The dark-faced servants tripped without noise over the vast and polished floor. Now and then a girl's laugh would be heard, as innocent and empty as her mind.
It seems an age since I heard somebody laugh.
More wine?
Please. Someday those people will all be home again. Their luggage plastered with labels, boring all and sundry with the sights they've seen, the adventures they've had.
I dare say.
I can never go home again.
Oh, come now.
No, not now. Not ever.
I realize the inquiry has been pretty trying.
It is hell.
Your life hasn't ended, you know.
Hasn't it? Captain Marlowe, you know as well as I that once this stupid inquiry is over, I shall lose my certificate. No, please, do not humour me. The court will cancel my certificate. My career will be finished.
You'll find something?
Oh, yes. I could, for example, ship before the mast like a coolie, or I could sign on as a stoker on some tramp steamer.
A little extreme, young man.
It's either that or go to the dogs here in port.
Couldn't your people help? You're clearly
a gentleman? Oh, yes, Captain. I am a gentleman. But I cannot go to my father.
Why not?
I could never face him. By now the poor old chap must have seen it in all the home papers. He's a fine man, my dad. You'd like him.
A sailor?
Good heavens, no. No, he's a parson. In Essex. The living has been in the family for generations. No. I'm the first of my family to go to sea.
Would you like coffee now? A liqueur, perhaps?
Thank you. Could we, if you don't mind...
Yes?
Could we go out onto the gallery? It's a little stifling in here.
Of course. Outside, the night seemed to hang like a splendid drapery, while the riding lights of ships winked afar like setting stars. Along the gallery, candles burnt in glass globes on little octagon tables. We lit cigars and relaxed in cosy wicker chairs below clumps of stiff-leaved tropical plants.
It's deucedly good of you to let me talk like this. I really have made such a confounded ass of myself. God, what an irony. I always wanted so badly to shine, to distinguish myself in some way. Even as a cadet. Do you know, I used to be so very smart aloft. On the officers' training ship, my station was the foretop. My head for heights has always been good, and I used to crouch up there, feeling like an eagle, looking down on the tiny sailing boats, the ferries buzzing back and forth, the big ships steaming out of the estuary. I just knew I would do well. My head would be full of pictures, always with me at the center, holding fierce savages at bay with my revolver, saving people from sinking ships. Adrift in a small boat, keeping up the morale of the crew.
Do I detect the influence of Valentine and Marriott there?
I'm afraid you do, Captain Marlowe. If I'm quite honest, it was my holiday reading that sent me to sea. I suppose I dreamed of becoming a hero. I have a very ripe imagination.
But when all is said, you're very young to have earned a mate's certificate.
Yes. I was keen. I was a quick learner. I did well. Only one element was always missing, though. I never felt I'd been truly tested.
The sea always tests you, sooner or later. How did you come to ship on the Patna?
You could say it was partly chance, partly my own fault. I'd completed a couple of voyages on the Arcadia.
Ah, fine vessel.
Oh, you know it?
I know most of the ships on the Australia run.
On my last trip, we ran head-on into a storm which lasted a week. It was no adventure, I can tell you. More like the end of the world. In fact, it was a miracle we lived through it. On the first day, my leg was fractured by a falling spar. When finally we reached port, I was sent to the hospital. Obviously, my leg would take some time to heal, and the Arcadia sailed without me.
Dashed bad luck.
Yes, you could say that. But I have nobody to blame but myself for what followed. As soon as I could walk on a stick, I went down into town to look for a passage home. I found nothing immediately, and I must admit that after a while I more or less gave up looking. You see, I don't know if you'll understand this. I think I must have fallen in love with the East. I like the sun, the skies, the breezes, the smells, the colors. It all seemed so promising, so luxurious.
Believe me, young man, I've seen it many a time. I know how easy it is for Europeans to be seduced by eastern seas. Short passages, good deck chairs, large native crews, the prestige of being white. All of a sudden, the North Atlantic waters in midwinter seem like a prison sentence.
Exactly. One day I realized I'd forgotten about going home. There was a berth to be had, a chief mate on a local steamer, the Patna, and I took it.
You sod!
Good morning.
Hey? Oh, morning. Welcome aboard. You're a new mate, ain't you?
That's right. You're Onslow, second engineer?
From his sins, yeah. I'm pleased to meet you. Well, what do you think of the old tub then?
Not new.
Yeah, bleeding rusty right through, isn't she? Bloody pigtail Pete's.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a Chinese owner, isn't it? Don't give her tinkers, do they? Slap on some whitewash and kick her out to sea. So she splits her seams and goes down to Davy Jones' locker, so what?
That bad?
Just don't sneeze too hard, that's all. Where are we bound this time?
Red Sea, Jeddah.
Cargo?
Pilgrims.
Hey?
Muslim pilgrims bound for Mecca. About 800 of them.
800 bleeding Jonas, more like.
The second engineer was right. The Patna had been given a new coat of paint, and on the sailing date the 800 pilgrims poured on board like water filling a cistern. Men, women, children, they flowed into every nook and cranny of the ship.
Ready to leave harbour, Captain?
Vieh. Sie sind alles verdammte Vieh.
Sir?
Mr. Mate, what do you see on deck?
The passengers.
No, Mr. Mate. Cattle. They are all cattle, and they are all damned.
Shall I give the order to cast off, sir?
Yeah. Why not?
Aye, aye, sir. Cast off forward!
Cast off forward!
Stand by, engines.
Cast off aft!
Cast off aft! Cast off aft!
You said in court that the sea was as calm as a mill pond throughout the voyage.
It almost seemed as if the sea were dead, like a sheet of ice. The only ripples came from our wake. For 5 days we made a dead-straight course for Perim Island. The sun rose behind us, blazed over us all day, and set in front of us.
And on the 5th night, it happened.
That's right. It was coming up to midnight. My watch was nearly over. The passengers were all asleep. It's strange, but that night in particular, I felt so secure on the bridge. I was at peace under the stars. It was like being in a dream. I was back in the foretop again. There was nothing. There was absolutely nothing I couldn't face.
Everything in order, Mr. Mate?
Everything in order, sir.
God help us. What ain't the word for it down below? It's all right with you lot up here. You want to try that, hello? This scrappy rattle's fit to drive you to death.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, yeah. I must be mad staying on this rotten tub.
You're drunk.
Oh, yeah. You think so, do you? Well, a couple of fingers of brandy that Chief would give me at 10 o'clock. That's all I'm likely to get to on what you pay me.
Where's the chief now?
Sleeping like a baby with his bottle under his pillow. A 5-ton crane wouldn't get him out of his bunk.
Fine. Where's the donkey man?
Down below.
Is he drunk too? Are all 3 of you drunk?
Who's drunk? Come on. Who's Who's drunk? I never been the worse for drinking me whole life. I tell you, I thought I was drunk, I'd jump overboard.
Get off, Maybridge.
Why should I? I need some air on a night like this. And I'm not going on deck with that vermin not breathing like me.
I said, get off, Maybridge.
Who are you shouting at? What do you want for a measly $150 a month anyway?
I'll kill you, you pig.
Oh yeah. You just try it.
Steady on, Onslow.
I ain't afraid of no crowdhead, mate. Oh, no, not me. Bleeding fearless, that...
Jesus. What was that?
What was that? What in hell's name was that?
In episode 1 of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves, Marlowe, David March, Patna Skipper, Bernard Brown, Onslow, John Hollis, Avondale Captain, David Sinclair, Brierley, Clifford Norgate, Rivell, Brian Smith, Dr. McCreath, Robin Summers, Chandler, Christopher Douglas, and Lady Wibberley, Nerissa Knights. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Lord Jim is dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Martin Jenkins.
They were putting out the lights now in the dining hall of the Malabar House Hotel as we sat, Jim and I, at our table in the long gallery. A single candle glimmered in its bowl. What demon was it that had come from the sea's deep to smash the hopes and destroy forever the peace of the enigmatic young man opposite me? The court of inquiry had demanded simple facts, but I needed to know more. What really happened that dreadful night on board the SS Patna? Beyond the long gallery of that hotel in Bombay, the harbour office stood distinct below the vivid stars, and it seemed to me as though the sombre building itself had glided nearer to see and to hear.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 2.
What do you think it was you'd collided with? A waterlogged wreck?
I honestly don't know, Captain Marlowe. But whatever it was, the Patna went over it as easy as a snake crawling over a stick. The hull quivered and seemed to rise a few inches throughout its length. Then the sound stopped, and we were ploughing on again just as before.
Then what happened?
Well, as I said in court, the captain ordered me forward to see if there was any damage. He told me not to make any noise for fear of causing a panic. I thought this was reasonable. I took a lamp, opened the forepeak hatch, and lowered the lamp on a lanyard. The forepeak was half full of water already.
Indicating a large hole below the waterline.
That's right.
And there was just the one bulkhead keeping the water out of the hold.
Exactly.
Were you afraid?
No. I felt no sense of danger then. I hurried back to tell the captain. I found Onslow, the second engineer, slumped at the foot of the bridge ladder. He thought his left arm was broken. The skipper stood at the top.
We're port. The forepeak's shipping water fast. My God! That rotten bulkhead will give way in a minute. The damn thing will go down under us like a lump of lead.
Shut your mouth.
Them plates are like brown paper. They won't take the pressure.
Listen to me. You. Get below and stop the engines. Move! Right. Mr. Mate, examine the bulkhead and report back.
Aye, aye, sir. I took a lamp down into the hold and began tapping the bulkhead.
Yes?
All of a sudden, a flake of rust as big as the palm of my hand fell off the plate. I put my hand against the bulkhead. I felt it bulge. It definitely bulged. I thought, my God, there's no time.
I can easily picture him to myself in the cavernous gloom. The light of the lamp, the breathing of 100 sleepers in his ears. The deep rumble of the engines blowing off steam made the whole night vibrate like a bass string. The ship trembled to it. Jim stood immobile. The bulging, rust-eaten plates that kept back the ocean must give way. He looked at the sleeping bodies.
Somebody was speaking aloud inside my head. No time. 800 people and 7 boats. I saw there was nothing I could do. They were dead. All of them. Suddenly the steam ceased. I started to run.
Yes?
Up on deck there was an awful stillness. I decided to cut the lanyards of the boats so that they would float free when the ship went down. At least a few could be saved.
Who's there?
It's me.
Thank God. I thought you was one of them doggies. Give us a hand.
What are you doing?
Getting out.
The Patna had a long bridge, and all the boats were up there. 4 to port, 3 to starboard. The 4 white men, the skipper, the 2 engineers, and George, the donkey man, were on the port side, frantically trying to get one of the boats off the chocks.
It's you, eh? Lend a hand, quick. The front choke's jammed.
Bastard.
Come on. Come on. Get your shoulders behind and heave, damn you. It won't budge, I tell you.
Get under and try to lift.
Oh, it was a pretty sight. The 4 of them tugging, pushing, smashing, ready to kill, ready to weep. I walked to the starboard side of the bridge. I was not one of them. I loathed them. I hated them.
Yes.
But what could I do? If I woke the sleeping pilgrims, there would be panic. Nor was there any way of shoring up the bulkhead in 5 minutes or in 50. It would happen, that's all. There was nothing I could do. Nothing to do but to go down with the ship. But still she floated.
You're the strongest, skipper. You get under.
Oh, Timber, I'm too sick. Hammer, get a hammer.
Oh, God almighty. Look there. Mr. Mate, for God's sake, come and help.
Leave me alone.
You bloody coward.
You call me a coward?
Do you want to die, man? Look behind you, won't you? Look!
At last I turned. A silent black squall had already eaten up 1/3 of the sky. You know how they come up suddenly at this time of year? No warning until they hit, wind and rain together. Until that moment, I'd been paralyzed by the scenes of horror that filled my imagination. Now I went to work with my knife, slashing the lanyards of the starboard lifeboats. Overhead, the sky darkened as the squall came closer. Closer.
It's clear. The boat's clear. Good. All together now. Heave her all. God, it's heavy.
The first swell hit the ship. I felt her move under my feet. Soon she would begin to break up. Then suddenly I saw George, the donkey man, clutch at the air and collapse onto the deck. He didn't fall. Rather, he slipped slowly into a sitting position.
Skipper! Look at George! Leave him! Keep pushing! Put your backs into it! Heave! It's moving! It's going! Let go! Let go! Let go loose! Over the side, quick!
The ship began to buzz fore and aft as the pilgrims began to wake. I realized I was back on the port side of the bridge, and I suddenly tripped. I'd stumbled over George, the donkey man's legs. He went over sideways, very gently, stone dead. I remembered hearing him say once that he had a weak heart. I could hear the others shouting, "George, jump, jump, George." They were calling to a dead man. 800 living people, and they were yelling after the one dead man to come down and be saved. By now it had come over pitch dark. You could see neither sea nor sky. I heard the boat alongside bumping against the Patna's hull. The ship began a slow plunge. The rain swept over her. The ship was going down, head first under me. She was sinking, and I jumped. And it was as if I'd jumped into an everlasting, deep hole.
The contented revellers were making their way to bed. The waiters were putting out the lights in the hotel dining room, but in the long gallery, our solitary candle continued to glimmer in its glass globe. Jim sat opposite me, motionless.
Yes, I jumped all right. I certainly jumped.
Looks like it.
But don't you see, there was nothing I could do. There was no time.
I was hearing the things he could not say to the court. He was a man stunned by the discovery he had made about himself. And he needed an ally, a helper, an accomplice.
There was not the thickness of a sheet of paper between the right and the wrong of it. Well, was there? What would you have done in my position?
I can't say. Nobody can.
Exactly. I believed, as any other man would, that we were doomed. That at any moment the rusty bulkhead would split open and the ship go to the bottom. Now, just for argument's sake, let us suppose I'd stuck to the ship, stayed on board with those poor, benighted pilgrims. In 30 seconds, as it seemed, a minute at most, I would have been overboard, thrashing about in the squally darkness with 800 other desperate, drowning souls. Don't you think I would have tried to save myself? Do you think I wouldn't have laid hold of an oar, a lifebuoy, a grating, anything to stay alive?
So instead you cleared out at once?
Jumped. I honestly knew nothing about it till I looked up from the lifeboat. I saw the ship rising above us, looming like a cliff. There was no going back.
Nothing could be more true. He had stumbled from a height he could never scale again. He crouched down in the bows, and as the boat rushed forward, driven by the squall, he stole a furtive glance back. He saw just one yellow gleam of the Patna's masthead light high up and blurred, like a last star ready to dissolve.
Then the sea began to hiss, like 20,000 kettles. The boat seemed to fly. For 2 or 3 minutes it seemed as if the end of the world had come. Nobody in the boat made a sound, and in the pitchy black it was impossible to see the skipper or the 2 engineers. We were all blinded and half drowned by rain. Then at last the squall swept ahead. There was nothing to be heard but the slight wash about the boat's sides. Somebody's teeth were chattering violently.
Oi! What kept you from jumping, you lunatic? Oi! George! George! Hold on. You're not George. It's that blasted mate. Where's George? What have you done with him?
He's back on the bridge. He's dead.
What do you mean, dead?
What I say, dead? Heart attack, I imagine.
I bet you bloody killed him. Didn't you? You stuck-up son of a Stepney whore.
Oh, shut up, you cretin.
You bloody murderer.
Shut up or I'll kill you.
Murderer! Murderer!
Come on, then.
Silence! Silence! Where is she?
What?
The ship! Where is she?
She's Gone. Disappeared. Shot down like a flat iron.
I saw the light go.
Yeah.
It went out just like a match you throw away.
At that moment, you might have heard a pin drop in that boat. We were like men walled up alive in a roomy grave.
Sounds as if you were likely to have a lively enough time of it, though.
Oh, yes. They hated me being there. I was convinced they'd try to tip me overboard. Anything could have happened in that boat, and the world would have been no wiser.
Yes, I know what you mean. There's a kind of madness descends on a small boat adrift in the open sea. Many years ago, when I was a youngster, younger than you, the ship I was serving on went down in the South Atlantic. Mostly I remember the cold.
I know. I've never been so cold in my life. And I didn't dare sleep. I picked up the tiller and hung on to it like grim death, just in case my shipmates tried anything. I was still holding that tiller when the sun finally came up. I must have been holding it for 6 hours or more. I was in the bows, they were in the stern. They sat shoulder to shoulder like 3 dirty owls. They just stared at me. They looked as though they'd been knocking about drunk in gutters for weeks.
Here. Why you drop that blooming piece of wood, eh? Here, I'm talking to ya. Your tongue dropped out, has it? Well, give us a civil answer, can't ya?
Don't waste your breath on him. Ignore him.
Not bloody likely. Look, use your head. It's odds on we're going to be picked up before the day's over. It's a busy shipping lane, isn't it? All the canal traffic comes this way. And when they pick us up, they're bound to start asking questions. Like, where's the bloody partner? And where's the 800 what was on her? And how comes there's only 4 of us in the boat, you know what I mean? So we better get our story straight. And that means all of us. Him included.
Mr. Mate, drop that tiller. I'm ordering you.
Yeah. Come on, mate. Be sensible. You're one of us now. We're all in this together, aren't we? Shipmates, like chums. All in the same boat. Yeah, not half. In more ways than one, what?
I don't think he's right in the head.
Yeah, he's all right. Ain't you, Mr. Mate?
Mr. Mate, talk to us.
Yeah.
That is an order.
Ah, don't be like that. We ain't never done you any harm, have we?
I shall say one thing.
That's better, lad.
And it's the only thing I intend saying to you. I want you to be quite clear about it. I am not your shipmate. God forbid I should ever be one of you. And as regards making up a story to fool the authorities, you can say whatever you like. It is nothing to do with me. Do you understand? I don't care. Say what you like.
Oh, so you'll go along with anything we say. Right, Cock?
Let him be. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he's not stupid. What can he do? If he opens his mouth, he will be in it with all of us.
How long was it before you were picked up?
Just before sunset. It was only a matter of time. The Avondale steamed straight at us. The others spent most of the day concocting some kind of story. I kept apart.
But on board the Avondale, why didn't you speak up then? You said nothing.
What could I say? I had jumped, hadn't I? That's what I had to live down. The story didn't matter. It was like cheating the dead.
But there were no dead, were there? The bulkhead held out, after all.
Yes, it held. It's like a joke hatched in hell, isn't it? Yet I swear I felt it bulge under my hand.
It's extraordinary what strains old iron will stand sometimes.
My God, what a chance missed.
If you were stuck with the partner, you mean?
The Frenchman, the lieutenant from the gunboat that found the partner, He stayed on board for 30 hours while they towed her to Aden. He kept his honour. He shamed me when he gave evidence today. And I have to face it all again tomorrow. I may have jumped, but I won't run away. What's the time now?
2:30, a little after.
Forgive me, I had no idea it was so late. I dare say you've had enough of my talk. Now, where's my hat? Ah.
What will you do after?
Go to the dogs as likely as not. You've been awfully decent, you know. Thank you again. Good night, Captain Marlowe.
The candle spluttered out. The thing was over at last. Our communion in the night had been like the last vigil with a condemned man. As the darkness swallowed him up, I heard the crunch of gravel under his boots. He was running, with nowhere to go. And he was not yet 24.
Marlowe! Marlowe, over here!
Ah, Brierley. Good day to you.
Are you on your way to the inquiry?
That's right.
Well, jump in. We can travel together.
Oh, thank you, Brierley.
Good of you. Did I see you dining with that young man from the Patna last night?
You did.
Well, each to his own, I suppose. This is a bad business, Marlowe. I feel like a fool sitting there on the bench.
Oh, come now. You're simply doing your duty.
But what's the use of it all? Nothing can save that young chap. He's done for. He must know it. So why eat all that dirt?
Would you rather he followed his skipper's example, ran away?
Since you ask me, yes, I would.
Are you serious?
I wish he'd creep 20 feet underground and stay there. I would.
Would you not think there's a kind of courage in facing it out as he does?
Courage be hanged. The whole affair's a disgrace. Damn it, Marlowe, we're both seamen. You know as well as I that we must preserve professional decency. What I mean is we are trusted. In the merchant service, we are held together by one thing only, a code of decent behaviour. Duty, if you like. A code of conduct we all subscribe to without question. Personally, I don't care a scrap for all the pilgrims that ever came out of Asia. If the Patna had been carrying a cargo of old rags, it wouldn't have made any difference. A decent man does not behave as that young man did. Such behaviour destroys people's confidence in the service. His shame reflects on you, on me, on all of us. Oh, damn it, Marlowe, if he were a gentleman, he'd disappear without trace and spare us all this infernal publicity.
Well, even if he were prepared to, I doubt if he has a penny in his pocket to bless himself with. It takes money to run away, you know.
Very well, that's easily solved. I'll give you 200 rupees right now. Talk to him, it's not too late. Make him see sense. I can't do it myself, you understand.
Forgive me, Brierley. I consider that an outrageous suggestion. That young man has decided to stand up and tell the truth, and I, for one, applaud him.
We are led to one firm conclusion, that the master and mate of the SS Patna evinced an utter disregard of their plain duty, in that they abandoned, in the moment of danger, the lives and property confided to their charge.
The benches were empty that day. There were no rows of Europeans in white drill suits, their pith helmets on their knees. Curiosity had been satisfied, and there was no public desire to witness an unspectacular execution. A mere stroke of the pen would suffice to cut Jim adrift.
And therefore your certificate is hereby cancelled with effect from today's date. Next case.
And that, in accordance with the immutable law of the sea, was that. He had lost his certificate. From that day on, Jim was officially an outcast, from the community of the sea, from the community of men of honor. But for me, and to this day do I really know why, the matter could not be allowed to rest there. Jim, I was convinced, was one of us.
Would you like a drink? I can have one sent up.
No, thank you. From now on I must learn to do without the comforts of first-class hotels. No better than a vagabond now.
That sounds deucedly like self-pity to me.
You're right. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You won't mind if I just finish off some urgent correspondence, will you?
Of course not. May I have a cigarette?
In the box over by the window there.
Thank you. That's over. Doesn't do to pipe the eye at my age. The monsoon breaks early this year. I carried it off pretty well, I think. Something's paid off. Thank you, though. Your room. Jolly convenient for a chap badly hipped. Bit of shelter. Someday one's bound to come upon some sort of chance to get it all back again.
Perhaps.
Must. One is responsible.
That's true.
Perhaps I'd better go.
It's raining.
Perfect deluge. It's dark out there, too.
Very dark.
Thank you for everything, Captain Marlowe. I ought to go now. Goodbye.
Wait. I want you to...
I can't dine with you again tonight.
I'm not asking you to. Don't be so absurd. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. That's better. Jim, I'm going to trust you. This letter is to a friend of mine in Goa. He owns a rice mill. I've never asked him for a favor before. I make myself responsible for you. I want you to take it to him. His name is Denver.
Jove, you are a brick.
I want to help.
You have helped me. Gosh, I can't sit still. You've given me back my confidence.
I've seen men who have gone under. You'll find them in every seaport from Cork to Yokohama. It's an ugly life.
Lord, what an ass I've been. You'll see, though. I'll show you. I've always thought that if a fellow could begin with a clean slate, and now you've... Yes, a clean slate. What can I say?
Say nothing. For God's sake, take the letter.
Yes. Of course. It stopped raining.
A clean slate, did he say?
In episode 2 of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves, Marlowe, David March, Patna Skipper, Bernard Brown, Onslow, John Hollis, Brierley, Clifford Norgate, Chief Engineer, Brian Smith, and Donkey Man, Christopher Douglas. Lord Jim is dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Graham Gould.
Jim did not linger long in Bombay. The scandal of the Patna affair, his public disgrace at the Court of Inquiry, were, he believed, behind him now. He was starting life afresh. He therefore boarded the first available mail train bound for Goa. In his breast pocket he carried the letter of introduction I had written to my friend, Denver. His eyes shone with newfound optimism.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 3.
For 6 months I had no news of him. I left the Indian coast and undertook a long charter in the China seas. At last, though, Denver wrote to me, and it was clear that Jim had made an impression.
As you know, I have lived till now alone, in a house that even in this steaming climate would be considered too big for one man. However, for some weeks past I have had Jim share it with me. It seems I haven't made a mistake. He has not as yet attempted to slap me on the back or address me as old boy or make me feel like a superannuated fossil. He is not clever by any means, thank goodness, but were he a girl, one would say that he is blooming modestly, like a violet.
Sitting in my deck chair under the shade of my own poop awning, we were in Hong Kong harbour at the time, I congratulated myself on my cleverness. I had read character correctly. Jim was justifying my faith in him. Next day we sailed north for a week or so. On my return, however, I found among my mail 2 further letters which promptly shattered my complacency.
There are no spoons missing as far as I know, but he is gone, leaving on the breakfast table a formal little note of apology which is either silly or heartless, probably both. Allow me to say, lest you should have some more mysterious young men in reserve, that I have shut up shop, definitely and forever. For my own sake, I've told a plausible lie at the club.
Dear Captain Marlowe, I am now for the time with Eggstrom and Blake, ship chandlers. For reference, I gave them your name, which they know, of course, and if you could write a word in my favour, it would be a permanent employment.
Jim's letter was postmarked Colombo, and before the end of the year, as luck would have it, a new charter took me into those very waters.
Bosun! Drop anchor, if you please. Prepare to lower my gig.
I say, Skipper, there's a fellow in a hurry.
What's that, Mr. Mate?
Cutter on the port bow, sir.
Oh, the water clerk, you mean? Yes, very keen. He's well ahead of the field. I wonder who he represents.
His seamanship's certainly first rate, I'll say that for him.
It had better be, otherwise he'll be under our bows in a moment.
Captain Marlowe! Ahoy there!
Captain Twan! Water clock fella, he make big shout in you, port side.
Ahoy, Marlowe!
Oh, my God, Jim.
Someone you know, sir?
Someone I thought I knew, Mr. Mate. Someone I thought I knew.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Come ahead, young man!
Yes, sir.
You owe me an explanation!
Now then, what have you to say for yourself?
Well, it was truly the most damnable bad luck. 1 chance in 100. You remember Onslow?
Onslow?
That weasel-faced second engineer on the Patna.
What about him?
Well, he turned up one bright morning, more or less destitute, and got a casual job in Mr. Denver's rice mill.
I see. Did the fellow blab or what?
No. No, he didn't. But I couldn't stand the little beast's familiarity. He was forever winking at me, as much as to say, "We know what we know." That sort of thing. And then in the mill one day, he had the cheek to say, "This is better than the old ship, ain't it?" Finally, he hinted that I'd better keep him in the job, or else. It was humiliating.
And Mr. Denver?
A splendid man. Treated me like a son. That's what made it so hard. Sooner or later, I would have had to tell him. All in all, it seemed better to go.
Without a word to anyone?
Yes. The Patna thing must be buried.
So, you intend to put down roots here in Colombo as a water clerk?
Why not? Blake's a little cad, but Eggstrom's all right.
Do you like the job?
I'm told I have an aptitude for it. I like the pay.
A good water clerk's worth his weight in gold.
It's true, I bring a lot of trade to the shop. Whenever a ship enters harbour, I make it a point of honour to be first aboard. The skippers seem to like me, and I make sure they have a comfortable time of it when they're ashore. It's the nearest I'm ever going to get to a life at sea. By the way, this is our card.
A month or two later, I put into Colombo again, and I looked, naturally, for Jim's cutter among the small armada of water clerks putting out from shore. But this time his was not the first boat out. In fact, he wasn't there at all.
By Yiminy, Captain Marlowe, welcome ashore, sir. I'm glad to see you again, by golly.
Where's Jim, Mr. Ekstrom? I couldn't see him in the harbour.
Oh, him. He's left us.
Left you?
Yeah, put us to great inconvenience, too.
When was this?
Oh, I left, let me think, 2-3 weeks ago. Yes, 3. There was a steamer in with 2 plates of a propeller gone, a pilgrim ship.
A pilgrim ship, you say?
Returning from the Red Sea, yes.
Tell me, did anyone mention the Patna scandal by any chance?
By Yiminy, how did you know that? Some of the crew were talking about just that through there in the parlour.
I've shipped just about every kind of cargo in my time, but this one's the funniest I've seen yet. Every time you look in the hold, all you see are bottoms stuck in the air.
Yeah, this is a queer run, all right. Mind you, given a choice, they'd all sail on the Patna.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, it works out cheaper for them. They just wait for the crew to jump overboard. Then they sail the ship themselves and claim their money back later.
Mr. Ekstrom, I must speak to you in private.
now, Jimmy.
Please.
All right.
Hey, where you going then, Jim? Have another drink.
I have to go.
Go, Jimmy? Go where?
Anywhere. I just can't stay here any longer. I'm leaving.
When?
Right now.
But we need you. Oh, you want a rise in screw, is that it? All right, name your figure. Anything in reason.
I'm sorry. I just can't stay.
What are you running away from? Has someone been getting at you?
No.
Then where do you expect to get a better berth? Tell me, you think this business is going to sink?
What did he say to that?
It's funny. He gave a big jump, and he turned around and went. Do you know what got into him?
Oh, yes.
So, tell me, please.
Jim was the mate of the Patna during that unhappy voyage.
And who the devil cares about that?
There were to be many other episodes of the sort, more than I could count on the fingers of my 2 hands. For Jim, the scandal of the eastern seas simply would not die. The result was that he retreated steadily towards the rising sun. In Calcutta, in Rangoon, in Penang, in Batavia, on every waterside, he was known simply as Jim. Jim the water clerk, the notorious Rolling Stone, a man hugging to himself a secret, which, and this was the funniest part, everybody knew, but nobody cared. All they said was, "Confounded fool." Oh. Yes, who is it? Come in. Bless my soul. Jim, what are you doing here?
They told me in Schomburg's hotel your ship was docking this evening.
I was asleep.
Sorry?
What time is it?
1 o'clock, 2, I don't know.
Is your nose bleeding?
Probably. I was in a fight in Schomburg's. I've been barred.
Well, wash your face and tell me what happened.
It was a Dane, cross-eyed beggar, claimed to be a lieutenant in the Royal Siamese Navy. Dreadful billiard player. Hated being beaten. Insulted me. Called me a blank deserter. Hit me with a billiard cue. It broke.
What did you do?
I lost my temper. Threw him in the Menam River.
So you've taken to brawling in pothouses now.
It's the first time.
It better be the last, my lad. It doesn't do to have that kind of reputation.
Tell me, what do I do?
Have you considered leaving Bangkok? Leaving the East altogether? Trying your luck in California or the west coast of Africa, perhaps?
Oh, what difference would it make?
Have you ever been to Java?
No.
Well, look here. Samarang is our next port of call. I want you to come along. We shall consult Stein.
Stein?
Stein.
It feels good to be running before a wind again. We'll make landfall before dark at this rate. Good. By the by, how knowledgeable are you on Buprestidae and Longicorns? On what? Beetles, old chap. Not at all. Thought not. Stein is the greatest authority in the world on beetles and butterflies. Beauty and beastliness, eh? If you like. Collecting is his greatest love. Hold the wheel steady there, Mr. Mate! Aye, aye, sir! Known him long? Years and years. What does he do? Has a fleet of schooners. How did he make his money? Trading among the islands. Moluccas, mostly. He's old now, virtually retired. He lives in splendid isolation, above the town. He has a great mansion, with houses for his servants. Will he help me? You have to help yourself. Stein is the most trustworthy man I've ever known. He's bound to have a good idea what's best for him.
Late that evening, I entered Stein's study, after crossing an imposing but empty dining room. Only one corner of the vast study was lit by a shaded reading lamp. Stein sat huddled over a specimen case. His desk was surrounded by shapeless gloom, like a cavern. Narrow shelves filled with dark boxes ran round the walls, catacombs of beetles. Hello, Stein.
Closer. Come closer. What do you see, huh?
Oh, my word. The wings must be 7 inches or more across.
Yeah.
And the markings are so exquisite. Look at the white veinings and the delicate yellow spots on the border. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Only one specimen like this you have in your London. To my small town in Bavaria, this collection I shall bequeath. Something of me, the best.
It's a beautiful species.
Ah, the beauty is nothing. Look at the accuracy, the harmony. So fragile yet so strong, and so exact.
Yes.
Every star is so, and every blade of grass, marvelous. This masterpiece of nature, the great artist.
Masterpiece. And what of man?
Man is amazing, but he is not a masterpiece. Perhaps the artist was a little mad, eh? Sit down. What is your good news?
To tell you the truth, Stein, I came here to describe a specimen.
Butterfly?
Nothing so perfect. A man.
Ah, so. Well, I am a man too. I'll smoke my pipe and from the beginning you tell me all.
And that's my tale, Stein. Something has to be done. But I confess he baffles me.
I understand very well. He is romantic. Our little world for him. So much clinging clays. It holds him down. Down when he would fly above.
I'll accept the diagnosis, but what is the cure?
Oh, there is only one remedy. The final one. That alone can cure us from being ourselves.
Yes. Which means the question is not how to get cured, but how to live.
Yeah. In the words of your great poet, that is the question, how to be. How to be. We want in so many different ways to be. This magnificent butterfly finds a little heap of dirt and sits still on it. But man will never on his heap of mud keep still. There comes the real trouble, the heart pain, the world pain. He wants to be a saint. He wants to be a devil. Every time he shuts his eyes, he sees himself as a very fine fellow, so fine as he can never be. In a dream.
And if he cannot make the dream come true?
Excuse me. I must this specimen put away. It's very funny, this terrible thing. A man that is born falls into a dream like a man who falls into the sea. If he tries to climb out into the air as inexperienced people do, he drowns. Nicht wahr? No, the way is to the destructive element submit yourself. In the destructive element immerse. Make the deep, deep sea keep you up. That is the way. To follow the dream, and again to follow the dream, forever, to the end. Tonight you sleep here, and in the morning we shall do something practical.
I confess I'm at a loss what to suggest. So far as I can see, Jim has come to a dead end.
Patusan. What? Patusan. There is Patusan. And since the woman is dead now, my friend, send your young men to see me tomorrow.
I don't suppose any of you's ever heard of Patusan. It doesn't matter. It's known, by name at least, to some few, some very few, in the mercantile world. But it was Jim's destiny, or if you will, his fate, to go there in person.
As I strolled along the Bois de Boulogne with an independent air, you could see the girls. Well, that's that, Captain. It's all settled. I leave this very day. There's a brigantine sailing at 4. Where's my bag? Have you seen it? There it is. Mr. Steins asked me to deliver a letter to Cornelius. That's the Johnny who's going to be sacked. And now, where's my book? Good old Will. See this? Complete works of Shakespeare. Cost me £0.50. Just the thing to cheer a fellow up. And I've got a ring for Duramin.
Oh, belay, young man, for heaven's sake, I haven't a notion what you're talking about. Just stand still for a moment and tell me in simple English what has been arranged.
Well, it seems old Stein, I say, what a first-rate fellow. Showed me his bugs and creepy crawlers, too. Did you notice he spoke with an accent? Where was I? Yes, Stein needs a new agent for his business in Patusan.
Do you know where Patusan is?
Well, over there somewhere, I think. Northish, between Borneo and Sarawak.
And a bit of a wilderness.
I don't mind, not a bit. It's what I've been dreaming of. Get away from this, by Jove. Forget everything. Everybody. Except you, of course.
Oh, enough of that. What did Stein say? Did he mention a woman?
Yes! Well, from what I gathered, she was someone he knew a long time ago. A Dutch Malay girl with a bit of an unfortunate history. Sad story, actually. She was let down badly by a white man, found she was having his baby, so he ran off. She was reduced to marrying this fellow Cornelius. Bit of a bad egg, by all accounts. A half-breed, Malacca Portuguese. For the girl's sake, Stein appointed Cornelius manager of his trading post in Patusan. From a business point of view, it appears he was never a success, and now the woman has died, Stein wants to make a change. Apparently he hasn't heard a thing from Cornelius for over a year. No merchandise is coming out, and in addition, there seems to be some kind of native trouble going on.
Calm down, Jim, for God's sake. Now, you said something about a ring.
Yes, this ring is important. It's an introduction, my credentials, so to speak, to be presented to a local native big pot called Duramin, old friend of Stein's. First thing I must do, find Duramin, show him the ring. Well, I shan't forget you, Captain Marlowe.
Forget me, if it helps.
I will never do that.
Now, don't be foolhardy, Jim. Be careful. If you live long enough, you may want to come back.
Come back? To what? society? To the civilized world? Oh no.
Is it to be never, then?
I'm afraid so. By Jove. 2 o'clock. Time to go.
Wait a minute. You better put this in your bag. And a brace of cartridge boxes.
I've never used one of these.
Then I suggest you put in some target practice on the voyage. Right, finish your packing. I'll be on deck when you're ready to leave.
Whichsoever of you double chance for daily ride?
Was that English?
He seems to think so.
Felicitations.
I'm your passenger.
Oh, yes. Patterson. Plenty too much of Patterson.
Is that so?
Bad populaces in Patterson. Mr. Raya along like a laughable hyena. This. Last time, ship shooted by irresponsive parties of Mr. Raya along, making I and crew from exposure to limb to remain silent in hiding for
Excuse me. You were shot at, did you say, on your last trip? By the followers of Raya Alang?
Don't I just tell you, therefore?
Oh, absolutely, of course.
I translating you to fluid orifice at buttock ring only.
Eh?
Look alive, young man. You're being dropped off at the river estuary. Correct, Captain?
Yes. Patterson town in personification being situated internally 30 miles.
He says...
It's a 30-mile journey upriver to Patterson town.
And I will not ascend. I tell Mr. Stein, who is so desirable, you are terminal at Buttock Ring, or I reverentially offer resignation to quit. I am opinionated that your jump...
I think he means you.
Clearly.
I say something inexorable.
Not at all. Do carry on.
I am opinionated that you is already in the similitude of a corpse.
Yes. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, yes. Mr. Raya Alang, stab your posterior. So, you say tata now? The ankaram approximately elongated. Aye,
I promise to take care of myself.
I hope so, dear boy.
Goodbye. Goodbye, old man. I will not spoil this chance. I promise.
My gig dropped in the wake of the brigantine, and I saw Jim aft, in the light of the westering sun, raising his cap above his head. My eyes were too dazzled by the glitter of the sea to see him clearly.
You shall hear of me!
Of me? Or from me? I think it must have been of me. Anyway, that was that. He was gone. I had disposed of him. I'd happened to be handy. I'd happened to be touched. And now I had disposed of him. To this day, I don't know why I chose that night to wander aimlessly through the squalid waterfront of Samarang. Was it morbid curiosity? Did I want to see for myself what Jim might have become? Some bleary-eyed, swollen-faced loafer with no soles to his canvas shoes. A derelict.
Hey, mister. Excuse me, mister.
What do you want?
You're English, ain't ya?
Yes, what of it?
Lend us $5, squire.
Out of my way, please.
Play the white man. Help a bloke down on his luck. Gives the price of a drink.
Out of my way, please.
Stuck up, sod.
Was I congratulating myself that but for me he might have joined the ranks of that army that marches down, down into all the gutters of the earth? One thing I do know. If I'd let him slip away into that darkness, I would never have forgiven myself. It was very late when I returned to my ship, and the first thing I noticed on entering my stateroom was that the boxes of cartridges I had given Jim were still there lying on the table. The ass, the pea-brained ass. He was entering a hostile wilderness with an empty revolver to become a trading clerk in a place where there was no trade. And the most extraordinary thing of all was, he was right. I would hear of him. I would hear of a man loved, trusted, admired, with a legend of strength and prowess as though he had been the stuff of a hero. And a word would be added to his name. They would call him Tuan Jim, as one might say, Lord Jim.
In episode 3 of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves; Marlowe, David March; Denver and Ekstrom, John Hollis; Stein, Ronald Herdman; First Seaman, Brian Smith; Australian Seaman, Robin Summers; and Mate, Sean Prendergast. Lord Jim is dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Martin Jenkins.
2 years had passed. 2 years since I had watched Jim disappear into the sunset, outward bound, from the life which, once so full of promise, had become for him a purgatory on earth. Our paths had crossed briefly. I had been touched. I had done what I could to bring some peace to his restless spirit. I had never expected to set eyes on him again. I had, I believed, disposed of him.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 4.
This'll do, bosun. Easy now.
Aye, aye, sir. Ship oars, lads.
Ship oars.
They're running steady.
Steady. Thank you, bosun.
You'll be all right, sir, will you? I mean, it's nae bother to tell a couple of the lads to gang up the river with you.
No.
To be on the safe side.
There's no need, bosun. I am reliably informed that these days the natives are friendly.
Well, ye mind you take care, Captain. There's some guy unholy customs in these parts, so they have. I mean, you wouldn't want to gang home with your heat shrunk.
I'll mind my head, bosun. You just mind you follow orders.
Aye, sir. We're to be back here 4 weeks the day to pick you up. Then it's all sails set for home.
What was I now doing here on the coast of Patusan? Why was I following Jim into the interior? Into that vast, sombre wilderness of primeval forest and jagged blue mountain peaks. Well, it's true that I had an errand, a message I'd offered to deliver for Stein, my friend, and Jim's employer. But if I'm honest with you, there was more to it than that. I wanted to know how he had turned out. Jim was one of us, after all.
Do I spy an Englishman?
Lord Jim, I presume.
So they call me. Welcome to Patusan, Captain Marlowe. Come ashore.
Oh.
Here, let me give you a hand.
Take the bag, will you? Oh, my word, it's good to be on dry land again. Well...
Joe, it's marvellous to see you.
I say, steady on, old chap. It's my arm you've got, not the parish pump.
I'm sorry. I'm just delighted, that's all. How was your trip upriver? It's a long haul.
Hot and damned uncomfortable, since you ask. It's quite a time since I travelled by dugout. The bloody alligators were eyeing me hungrily all day.
Never mind. I'll soon set you to rights. Tambi Itam! Tuan, take Captain Marlowe's bag up to the house. There's a good chap. Tuan.
Good grief. Who's that?
Magnificent specimen, what? That's Tambi Itam. A Malay, actually. I suppose you could call him my bodyguard.
He looks fit to take on the brigade of guards single-handed. A man's a walking armoury.
And first rate in a scrap to boot. With a kriss in his hand, he's a demon. Took a chap's head off with one swipe once. Saw it with my own eyes.
Good God, when?
During the battle.
Battle?
Oh, I'll tell you about it later. Beats the storybooks, I promise you. More like a dream, really. But first, we'll have dinner. Come along. Your room is all ready.
You knew I was here?
course. First-rate intelligence is essential. Word came hotfoot the moment your ship dropped anchor.
From the fishing village down at the estuary?
Batu Kring, that's right. The head man there's a loyal chap.
So I gathered. He was telling me... No, he boasted that his village was under the special protection of the great warrior, the White Tuan.
Did he say that? Really? My word. Still, it's true enough, I suppose. Come along. What do you think of the house? It's in the native style, of course.
It looks splendid.
I like it anyway. Now, there's someone I want you to meet. Someone special. Excuse me a moment. Jewel? Jewel? Quick. He's here. Come and say hello.
He called her Jewel. Pretty name, isn't it? And my word, she was pretty too. For a moment, in the deep shadow of the veranda, I could make out only a fragile, delicate creature that seemed to hover above me in dazzling white. Then I became aware of her large, clear eyes, her pale olive complexion, and her flowing blue-black hair under a crimson cap. She seemed to peer anxiously from the gloom, like a fledgling bird from its nest. And to tell the truth, she was hardly more than a child.
Jewel, this is my good friend, Captain Marlowe.
How do you do, Captain?
Seeing the two of them side by side, I suddenly found myself thinking that the sea, the very image of struggling mankind, was becoming a mere memory for Jim. Here he was at home, and perhaps at peace, in the immovable forests, in the utter isolation of this last corner of the earth.
And I couldn't live anywhere else, you know. Not now.
Nor should you ever need to. Stein making you a gift of this house and all the trading stock.
Mr. Stein is very generous.
By all accounts, you've earned it.
I promised you I would hang on, didn't I?
Around us the shadows were very real. All was silent, all was still. Jewel had settled herself on a stool at Jim's feet, her watchful eyes fixed on him.
Peaceful, eh? I often sit and watch the lights go out one by one. There's not one house where I am not trusted.
You've done well, Jim.
If I'd been wiped out, this place would have been the loser. I mean that.
Wiped out?
Oh, it was on the cards. You see, my first day in Patusan was very nearly my last.
Meaning what?
Look across the river. You see the stockade to the left, where the creek joins the main stream?
I see it.
That's the residency of Raya Alang, the official governor of Patusan province.
Raya Alang, Deuce naughty banner.
Absolutely, old girl. And heaven knows what might have happened if it hadn't been for that bally pistol of yours.
But it was useless. You left the bullets behind, you ass.
Exactly. And that, I reckon, was my salvation.
What do you mean?
To begin with, it was the devil's own job to get to this place at all. The fisher folk on the coast were really suspicious of me. They'd never seen a white man before, and scared witless of the Raya. I had to raise my voice a bit, I admit. Anyhow, they had a powwow and finally produced a rickety old dugout. The headman steered and his son-in-law paddled. I spent most of the day bailing out with a coconut shell. All in all, what with the heat, the monkeys, the alligators, and the blisters, it was no Sunday picnic. Well, towards sunset, I must have dozed off, because next thing I knew, we'd run up to the stockade over there. No sooner had I stepped onto shore with my bag than the gates swung open, and a bunch of villains in filthy sarongs came rushing out, armed to the teeth. The canoe took off post-haste, and there I was, stranded. Now, if my revolver had been loaded, I would certainly have shot somebody. 2 or 3 perhaps, and that would have been the end of it, right there and then. As it was, I just stood there like a fool, with an empty shooting iron in my hand.
Something the matter? Look, put a sock in it, will you? Can't hear myself think, dash it.
Drop gun.
All yours, old son.
It is Raya Alang land.
How nice.
Yo, follow me.
Rightio. Lead on, Macduff. Take me to your leader.
Ticklish moment.
Very.
Then what?
With one bound, our hero was free, as they say in the Boys' Own paper.
Be serious, won't you?
I am. Deadly. To be strictly accurate, it was a leap.
Well, are you going to tell me or not?
You look tired out, old chap. You've had a long day of it.
Yes.
Look, tomorrow I have to pay a call on the Raya and give him a piece of my mind. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you the very spot where the famous leap happened? How's that sound?
As you wish, Jim. I must confess I shall sleep the sleep of the dead tonight.
Oh, shan't we all?
One thing, though, by the by. What happened to the fellow you replaced? Stein's agent, I forget his name.
Cornelius? Oh, he's still here.
Insect!
Tambi Etam has no time for him, as you'll gather. There's a derelict hut on the edge of the compound where the jungle begins. That's where Cornelius hides away. You'll probably see him scuttling about from time to time.
Mr. Cornelius, very rotten bad egg.
Unsavoury, old girl, I agree, but harmless enough.
You're wrong. Tambi Etam right. He like dung beetle.
Yes.
Have it your own way. I'm for bed. Tomorrow Tambi Etam can row us across, and we'll give His Highness a dressing down.
You, up there! Open the gates, if you please, and kindly inform His Magnificence the Raya Alang, wise and beloved father of the Black River, scourge of the uncircumcised and blessed of Allah, may his name be praised, that I request an audience. At once!
This is where I was held prisoner for 3 days. Filthy place, isn't it?
Oh, my word, what a stench. There must be a couple of hundred of the ruffians packed in here.
At least.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've never seen such wretched specimens of humanity. They've hardly a rag to their backs.
Some are slaves, but the majority are relatives and dependents. And inbred. The lot of them. The Raya has one imbecile nephew with 2 thumbs on his left hand. I wonder if he's had his opium pill yet. He seems to live on the stuff.
We had entered the royal house, a crowded hall like a ruined barn. At one end was a low stage, and onto it scrambled a used-up little man with evil eyes and a weak mouth. Wild, stringy locks fell across his grimy, wizened face.
Raya Alang!
Peace be to you, O magnificent one.
Peace be to you. Speak.
A most serious incident has been brought to my attention, and therefore I bring it to yours. 2 days ago, some villagers from upcountry were set upon and robbed. They were poor men coming to trade with Chief Duramin.
It was Duramin who was the thief, Bismillah.
I think not. I believe the thieves to be in this very hall. And it will not do. And while I have breath in my body, no man in this land, I repeat, no man will be prevented from getting his food and his children's food honestly. I will not have it.
Here, oh my people, no more of these little tricks. Now, our business over, you will take coffee.
What in heaven's name was in that coffee? River mud? It was awful.
To be honest with you, there was a chance, a remote one, mind you, that it might have been poisoned. Perhaps that's why the Raya is afraid of me, because I'm not afraid of his coffee. Never mind, all over, no harm done. Now then, you wanted to know about my great leap. Well, that's where it happened. The first leap, anyway, over there.
The palisade, you mean?
That's right, where the stakes are broken off.
But it must be 12 feet high, more.
Good leap, eh?
Extraordinary.
Well, I had to do something. Otherwise, before long, my head would have been on the gatepost, watching my body float down the river. The only thing that saved me in the first place was the sheer surprise of my arrival. The Raya didn't know what to make of me.
Did they tie you up?
No. They let me wander round the compound at will, but a pair of shadows were always close by. By the 3rd day, though, I suspected my time was running out. I had just one idea in my head. I must get away, find Chief Duramin, and show him Stein's ring. Then, all at once, it came to me. I was strolling round the compound when I noticed the gap at the top of the stockade. I mooched around until I was satisfied I had a good run at it. I heard my shadows shouting out. They couldn't stop me. I took off under their very noses and went over like a bird. The fall jarred every bone in my body. I can remember a great yell going up in the stockade behind me. I picked myself up. There were native houses about 400 yards away, on the other side of a small creek I would have to jump. I began running again. I took off from the very last dry spot on the bank and felt myself flying through the air. It was low water. The creek was empty, and I found myself planted upright in a soft, sticky mudbank. The firm ground was still about 6 feet in front of me. I couldn't move my legs. I could hear the Raya's men behind me, and all I could think of was their long spears. The more I struggled, the more I seemed to be burying myself alive. I made one supreme last effort, and suddenly I felt myself crawling up the far bank. I was on dry land. I was vaguely aware that I'd lost my shoes. I was running in my socks through a maize patch. I was a flying terror, black with mud. I saw a woman snatch her baby and flee. There were more people, natives, staring. A child threw a stick at me. In front of me was a barricade of felled trees. I scrambled over. There was a path between houses. I followed it. Up a slope. Suddenly, there was an enclosure with palms and fruit trees. People. More people. A large man in a chair. Massive. Like a stone statue. I fumbled with the ring round my neck. With my last breath, I held it aloft. I fell forward onto my face.
Duramin. Where is Duramin?
Stand back. Woman, give him water.
Drink. Drink.
Many hands were helping me up. They were putting me gently into an immense bed. I closed my eyes. I lay there like a log for I don't know how long.
You might say you had a warm welcome of it when you first came to Patusan.
A little eventful, I suppose.
And Duramin, who's he?
That you will very shortly see for yourself. An extraordinary creature. He's... No, wait and see. This I will tell you. He's the headman of the local native tribe. They settled here many generations ago. Duramin has been their chieftain, I don't know how long.
Welcome to thee, Tuan Jim.
Morning. I trust your father Duramin is well?
Oh, he is as well as ever, Tuan. Thou wilt find him in the house with the elders. Oh, who is with thee?
This is Captain Marlowe. He comes from the world beyond the forest.
Our Kampong is honored, Tuan.
Captain, may I introduce Dain Waris, son of Duramin, my war comrade and my friend.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Why don't I pop along and have a quick natter with Chief Duramin? Tell him there'll be no more nonsense from the Raya. I won't be long.
Oh, Captain, it was a blessed day for my people when Tuan Jim came to us. The foolish women thought at first he was a malign spirit come from the grave to curse us. But I knew at once he was the liberator. He it was who would drive out the evil one.
Raya Alang?
Oh, no. Far greater evil than he. I mean Sharif Ali, of course.
Sharif Ali?
Oh, thou dost not know the tale? Do the storytellers not sing of it in the outer world?
No. But Jim did mention a battle, though.
Yes. When Sharif Ali fled, it was a mighty victory. Truly thou dost not know? Oh, so. Before Tuan Jim appeared, ours was a most unhappy land. Each sunrise brought more fear, greater danger. On the one side is Raya Alang. For years his men have stolen our crops, set fire to our houses, violated our women, tortured and killed our men. The Raya calls it trade. In truth, it is naked plunder. But then, a greater scourge comes to land. Sharif Ali, the evil one. He is a river pirate, slave trader. He has no fear, and many followers. On the hill above the town, his men build a fortress, and there they hang over us like hawks over a poultry yard. Whenever they swoop, it is as if a blight has struck the land. All are carried off, men, women, children, and the villages are left to rot. Thus it was when Tuan Jim...
Come on, old chap, time to pay your respects to Duramin.
I've been hearing about Sharif Ali.
That vagabond? Oh, he's long gone. Plenty of time for that story. Come and meet the headman.
Duramin was one of the most remarkable men I have ever seen. He had a huge head and a throat like a bull. His bulk was immense, monumental. His movements, slow and ponderous, suggested an elemental force. He seemed prehistoric, like a dinosaur left over from the world's first dawn.
How long dost thou remain here?
I leave in 1 month.
Yes. Yes. White men come to us, but in a short time they go. They go away, back to their own people. But this land remains. I am old now. What will become of my people when I die?
There is your son, and Tuan Jim.
He will leave too, one day.
No, Chief Doramin. Tuan Jim will stay.
Has he no kinsmen? No home?
This is his home. He will never leave.
That is strange. That is something I must think about.
They're just like people in a book, aren't they? But I'll say this. Dain Waris is the best friend, barring you, I ever had. He believed in me from the beginning. The others were all afraid, you see. Dain Waris stood by me. And Jewel, of course. I can't tell you how much I owe to her.
You could try. Who is Jewel?
Well, she's my... you know. Damn it, you're a man of the world.
I have the picture.
Well, don't misunderstand me. There's no confounded nonsense involved. That is, she and I, we...
Yes?
Well, if you want the truth...
As you like, old chap.
Well, to begin with, Jewel isn't her real name. It's just what I call her, you see. Her mother, you remember, the woman Stein mentioned, the one who was left in the lurch by a white man and had to marry Cornelius. Well, she gave her another name, but... Well, actually, to call her Jewel was my idea.
Something precious.
Exactly. Well, what I mean is... Dash it! Exactly!
At first, getting Jim to talk about his love was like trying to persuade a cat into a bathtub. But as the days passed, the history of their idyll gradually emerged. And in my imagination, I can still picture the two of them, illuminated in frosted limelight, as if on a stage. And I see, too, in the Stygian gloom of the eternal jungle, waiting patiently, the beetle-black, malevolent eye of Cornelius.
Honored sir, you are guest at my humble table. Yes, my humble food is your food.
I appreciate the gesture, Mr. Cornelius.
All I say is, Mr. Stein not expect to feed you for free. You boss man now. Mr. Cornelius have no job now. So you sign chitty. $10 chitty for 1 week food fare, yes?
It was while staying in the squalid hut which Cornelius called home that Jim first set eyes on Jewel. The effect, he said, was like seeing a butterfly on a midden.
Mr. Cornelius, a word with you, if you please.
Yours to command, honored sir.
Oh, excuse me. Good day to you, miss.
To your work, girl. You are seeing, honored sir.
Mr. Cornelius, I have just been to the store to take inventory, and there is only one word to describe the state of this business. Disgraceful! What the devil has been going on, Mr. Cornelius? The storehouse is completely empty of stock, and these books are a shambles. Those which aren't missing are ripped to blazes.
A thousand apologies, honored sir. But you see, my beloved wife so recently departed to heaven. An angel, yes. But the bookkeeper never.
Liar!
Close your mouth, girl.
Lies! Wicked lies! My mother is not to blame!
I tell you,
Mr. Cornelius, the condition of this trading post is your responsibility and yours alone. I will not tolerate your trying to implicate this young lady's mother in your inefficiency.
Jim did not doubt, of course, that Cornelius had been swindling Stein for some time. The fact that he couldn't prove it filled him with frustration. What upset him far more, though, was the Malacca Portuguese's treatment of Jewel.
Father! You will call me father with respect, you hear? I'm a respectable man. You think I bring up another man's child and not have respect? Your mother was deceitful devil, and you Nothing but a horse brat. Say, father.
Father.
Louder. I don't hear good.
Father, father, father!
Go. Bring me gin in 5 minutes in my room. 5 minutes.
I can stop his game, you know. Just say the word.
No use.
Please, don't cry.
Excuse, please. Must go.
Yes?
It is I, Hanat, sir. Must speak.
What is it?
Hanat, sir. Great danger for you.
What do you want about?
You make bad enemy, deadly enemy.
You mean that scoundrel of Araya?
Worse, far worse. You spoke with Doramin today, yes.
So?
You say join together, fight Sharif Ali. Drive Sharif Ali out, yes.
Well...
Your mouth too big. Sharif Ali's spies hear you. Now Sharif Ali say kill you. Sharif Ali no joke. His men come in night, cut you up.
I can look after myself.
I am your good friend, yes?
Really?
I save you, Hanat, sir. I find boatman row you down river, yes? Only $100.
Good night, Mr. Cornelius.
$100 for your life, bloody good bargain, yes? I risk my skin to save you, yes? $80.
Look, buzz off!
You want to die in Patasan? You're not worth $80?
Oh! Get out, you cockroach!
Very well, Honorable Sir. Your blood be on your head. Sleep well.
I will.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is it? What's the matter?
Get up! Get up now! They're here! They come to kill you! Get up or you're a dead man!
In episode 4 of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves; Marlowe, David March; Jewel, Moya Leslie; Cornelius, Sean Barrett; Diane Warris, Robin Summers; Tambi Itam, Christopher Douglas; and Doramin, David Sinclair. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Lord Jim is dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Martin Jenkins.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is it? What's the matter?
Get up! Get up now! They're here! They come to kill you! Get up or you're a dead man!
When Jim opened his eyes that night in the house of Cornelius, his first thoughts were that some unearthly being had entered his bedroom. Coils of black, thick smoke curved round the head of an apparition, all in white. Jewel stood above him, a flaming torch in her right hand, and a heavy revolver in her left.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 5.
What's wrong?
Take this.
Where the devil did you find a gun?
Don't ask. Take it. It's loaded. Can you fight 4 men? Sheriff Ali men.
I suppose so, if I have to.
Follow me. Hurry.
But just a second, young lady.
Oh, no time. Follow.
Jove. It's black as the Earl of Hell's waistcoat out here.
Shh, quiet.
Sorry.
Stop. Bad men in there.
In the storeroom? Are you sure?
I watch all time, every night. Keep you safe.
I say.
Shh. Tonight they come. 4 men with daggers, waiting in storeroom for signal.
Who's there? Cornelius? Cornelius, is that you? Come back here, damn you!
Oh, lost now. Fly, fly.
Why should I?
They know you're awake now. You must run.
Oh, no. Not once I've come this far.
Then wait here. Don't move. I go round side. Hold torch through window. Give you light. When you hear my voice, open door quick. Shoot!
There's no one here! Just the rats and heaps of old sacks.
Must be! Shoot!
But they're it. Lift the torch! Quickly! You there! Oh my God! Right. Anyone else want his head blown off? Let's see you!
Don't shoot, one!
Hands on head! Chop, chop! How many more of you?
2 more, one! 2! On the sackings!
Out you come! Drop your knives! Hands high! Outside! Now, link arms, the 3 of you. The first one to turn his head is a dead man. Down to the river! March! Keep moving. Come on now. Stop! Now listen carefully. Take my greetings to Sharif Ali and say that any day now I shall be coming for him. Right then, you 3. Stand up straight. Into the river! Jump! Listen to them. I've never heard you laugh before. How do I thank you?
No need.
Did you say earlier that you watch over me?
Every night.
Give me the torch. We don't need it now, my jewel.
Jim.
I do love her dearly, Marlowe.
And she you, that's obvious.
You see, when you are made to understand every day that your existence is necessary, absolutely necessary to another person, it's just wonderful. And it is a trust.
You believe yourself equal to it?
I believe so. I believe I am equal to all my luck.
You've made an enemy, though.
Cornelius? Ha! If I were to hand him a loaded rifle and then turn my back on him, he couldn't pull the trigger. I'm pretty safe. It all depends on me, really, and I honestly feel now that I am master of my fate. Ask anyone here, who is it they would trust with their lives, and they would say, Tuan Jim.
You haven't done so badly.
Not so badly. But all the same, you wouldn't like to have me aboard your own ship, eh?
Confound you, boy. Stop this. I'm proud of you, damn it.
Sorry. You see, I still haven't forgotten why I came here. Not yet.
That was what he said to me shortly before I left Batu-san. We were to be up early the next day, but I couldn't sleep for thinking of what he had said. Tambi Itam was still on the prowl, watching over his master. And the girl, too, I knew, never went to sleep till we had separated for the night. Yes, Jim was jealously loved. All the things that made him master had made him a captive, too.
Come on, old chap. My God, you're out of condition. Dying worries, Tambi Itam. Give him a hand or he'll roll back down again.
Put a heaving deck under me any day. I'm not the right shape for climbing steep hills.
Sit here, Tuan. Catch thy breath. We have arrived.
Smoke?
Good God, no. Now, young man, will you take your pipe out of your mouth and tell me why I have been manhandled up here?
Tell him, Dying worries.
This is the battleground. From these heights we drove out the evil one. Sharif Ali's fortress was on that hill there, on the other side of the ravine.
Yes. It all started from here. The very spot. Dash it, you'll be gone tomorrow, and you'd kick yourself, I know, if you missed seeing it.
Is that what you think?
Oh, but it was a famous victory.
And all Tuan Jim's doing. The words he used to rouse the elders of my people. Who in the world but he could think of them?
Friends, boogies, countrymen, imitate the action of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood. Put a terribly fierce look in your eye.
And if we fail?
We fail. But simply screw up your courage, and we'll not fail. My plan will work!
So how is it done?
You've seen the 2 old 7-pounders in the compound.
That pair of rusty old cannon.
Rusty, perhaps, but crammed to the muzzle, they were still able to send solid shot a considerable distance. They were the basis of the plan. Sharif Ali believed himself impregnable to a simple ground attack. But artillery! Ah, that's a different matter. The only problem was how to get the ordnance up here.
Oh, Tuan Marlowe, thou shouldst have been there. Tuan Jim fashioned from a hollow log and pointed stake, what he called...
Capstan?
Yes, capstan. And through the night, we pulled the guns up here by ropes.
2 hours before dawn, everything was in place. I left 2 old Malays who'd seen some fighting in charge of the guns and went down to join the storming party in the ravine. We lay in the wet grass waiting for the sun to come up. That last half hour was the slowest of my life.
Cold? A bit. It's not long now. Die in worries. I give you my promise. I shall get to the top and stay there, come what may.
That's it. Up, my lads, and at him! The shot breached the Sharif stockade as if it was paper, and in we went.
Oh, my people fought well that day. Oh, it was very bloody.
I'll say, a hot 5 minutes hand to hand. Tambi Itam saved my life, you know. Ruddy Pirate would have pinned me like a moth with his spear, but Tambi Itam sliced his arm from the shoulder, remember?
Yes, Tuan, it was a good cut.
Anyway, the upshot was that the Sharif took to his heels and fled the country.
Oh, thou shouldst have seen my people when the battle was over. The feasting went on for a week.
You must have enjoyed it.
Enjoyed? No, that's not the word. It was immense. Immense. Immense!
Next morning, I left Patusan forever. In my memory, Patusan remains motionless in an unchanging light, like a picture on a canvas. I, on the other hand, was going back to the world, where events move, men change, light flickers, life flows in a clear stream.
Here's your boat.
Isn't this glorious?
Is it?
Ahoy there, skipper!
Bring her in, bosun. Well,
when shall we meet next, I wonder?
Never, unless you come out.
No. This is my limit. I shall hold what I've got.
You've had your opportunity.
Yes. Tomorrow, I shall go and take my chances. Drinking Tunku Alang's coffee. I shall be faithful. But have I proved anything? Really?
There's Jewel.
There's Jewel.
Says you back, Captain.
Will you be going home again soon?
In a year or so, if I live. Where you go, bosun?
Aye, Captain.
Tell them.
Stop right. What was that?
Tell them. Yes. No. Nothing.
I did not look again at the shore till I had clambered aboard my ship. By that time the sun had set. The twilight lay over the east. I saw Jim on the beach. He was white from head to foot. At length he appeared no bigger than a child. Then only a speck, a tiny white speck on the beach. And suddenly I lost him. For some months I was kept busy with a profitable charter running between Darwin and the Mergui archipelago. And when my travels had brought me once again to Samarang, I went, as usual, to see Stein. I spent a few moments admiring the exotic blooms of his garden before climbing the steps to the veranda. There, to my astonishment, I found Tambi Itam.
Good Lord! What the dickens are you doing here? Is Tuan Jim visiting? Where is he? Inside?
No.
Where is he then? Speak up, man.
He would not fight.
What?
Tuan Jim would not fight.
Fight? What are you talking about?
He would not fight.
Jim? Jim, are you here? Hello? Is anyone at home?
Is it you, my friend?
Stein, good to see you again. How are you?
Older.
I've just seen Tambi Itam outside, Jim's man. What's going on? Has Jim decided to come out of Patusan after all?
No, my friend. But the girl, she is here.
What?
2 days.
What's happened? What's the matter now?
Questions. Talk to the girl. Me, she can't understand. I'm only a strange old man. What can I do?
Where is she?
In the next room. Tell me, he loved her very much?
Oh, yes.
Then talk to her. Young hearts are so unforgiving. We can't leave it like this. Tell her to forgive him. Go.
She was sitting at the end of a long mahogany table, her face hidden in her arms. Her white figure seemed shaped in snow, and the waxed floor reflected her dimly as though it had been a sheet of frozen water.
Jewel? Jewel.
He left me. Men always leave. Men hard without truth.
No, my dear.
He swore he would never leave me. He swore. One night, first night by river, when Sharif Ali's men come, he hold me in arms and swear he never leave me.
But I know for a fact Jim loved you.
All men swear false. My father did, and my mother died weeping. Men, all liars.
But not Jim, surely.
He was like all others. He went away from me as if I was worse than death. But I will not die weeping. He shall have no tears, not one. Never. I will not weep.
I remember the sky that afternoon was pearly grey. It was one of those overcast days so rare in the tropics, in which memories crowd upon you, memories of other shores, other faces. I sat with Tambi Itam by Stein's ornamental pool, and deep shadows enveloped the garden by the time he finished his story.
I do not know, Tuan. Canst thou tell me? At the last, was Tuan Jim more than a man or less than a man?
He, a man? Hell, he was a hollow sham.
May his superior soul rot in Hades. I was not able to fit all the pieces together to form an intelligible picture of those last days in Patusan until 8 months later in Bangkok, where, on making inquiries at Schomburg's hotel, I was directed to a wretched native hovel. There the doubtful privilege fell to me of meeting the emissary from this world selected by fate to pursue Jim in his jungle retreat. So, I showed the fraud up after all. I paid out that stuck-up beggar, eh? I shall die easy now. He died during the night, I believe, but by that time I had nothing more to learn. His name was Brown, known in the South Seas as Gentleman Brown because he claimed to be the disinherited son of a baronet. He was a latter-day buccaneer down on his luck. At the time he entered Jim's story, he had lost his ship on some rocks off Malaita. He was next heard of at Zamboanga, where, with his crew, he stole a Spanish schooner and set sail for Madagascar. But with a stolen ship, Brown did not dare put into any port, and they were soon desperately short of food and water.
Yank, my darling heart.
Yeah, boss.
I do believe we are in luck once more.
Well, not before time.
Have you heard of Patusan?
Nope.
Neither has anyone else that I know of. But look, do you see? According to the charts, there's a sizable settlement inland that looks ideal for a little ravaging.
Less than a week after clearing the Sunda Straits, Brown anchored in the Batu Kring estuary. At dawn the next day, the crew, 14 in all, packed into the white longboat and started up the river.
Boss, houses ahead. Any sign of life? Not a whisper. So far, so good.
I don't like it.
Don't worry, boy. I feel lucky. Now that's it. Ease over to the left bank. Check your rifles.
There ought to be some sign of life, boss.
Shut your trap. Now listen, you dog rats. When we hit shore, shoot anything that moves and grab whatever you want. Now steady, steady. What the hell is that?
They're coming out of the houses.
Back! Holy mother of God, I'm hit!
Heads down. Keep your heads down.
Shoot! Damn your eyes! It's what you came for! Shoot back, you swabs! Boss, look there! Back there behind us!
God damn it, where did the canoes come from? They're cutting us off.
Now keep firing! Keep firing! How many canoes?
2, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Hell, what do we do now, boss?
There's cover to starboard, by the stockade, the creek.
Head for the creek! Now pull, you swabs! Pull for your lives! Food, he says. Loot, he says. Women, he says. What a bloody shambles! Shut it, you pox-ridden pussbags, or I'll slice your guts right now.
Any ideas?
Nary a one, Yank. Nary a one. It's low water. Longboat's high and dry in the mud. And then that's us. Finito. One by one we'll drop until finita la commedia.
You don't seem too agitated.
What the hell? Sick of my damnable luck. My number's up. So be it. Might as well be here as anywhere.
It's a long way from Biloxi.
I'll swear one oath, though.
Uh-huh.
We'll take some of those jabbering monkeys with us. I want to see this town burn. Hey! What's that? Hold it. Don't waste bullets on shadows.
Up there, Honorable Sirs. A word, please.
What? Who's that?
I am white man. Mr. Cornelius, I am Englishman from Malacca.
Did he say a limey?
What do you want?
I want what? Do business. Meet your friend.
Come on up, then.
Alone, mind. No tricks.
Come in, Honorable Sir. Come in. No tricks. Where are you?
In no time at all, Cornelius made himself at home in the cutthroats' camp. As the light of dawn spread over the brooding forests, he sat talking at Brown's elbow, giving his own version of affairs in Patusan. Brown, apparently indifferent, in fact listened carefully.
What's his name, this Englishman? Jim? Jim, that's not enough for a man's name.
Here they call him Tuan Jim. As you say, Lord Jim. Everything belongs to him. He alone rules in Patusan.
How did he know we were coming?
He not know, Honorable Sir. He not here.
Not here?
No, Honorable Sir. He gone up country one day, come back soon.
What sort of man is he, this poxy Jim?
He's big fool, Honorable Sir, and a little child. Also, he is thief. He stole from me everything. He trampled on me like a bug. He take my employment, make me destitute. He take my wife's child from me, another man's child I brought up, and no monetary compensation.
I guess you don't like him, boss.
So, Brother Cornelius, what's the deal?
All you have to do, kill him, and you're a king here.
My friend, right now we can't even move off this hill.
But your big ship with many guns.
Oh, what?
A big ship, Yank, with the big guns.
Oh, right, yeah.
How did you hear about them, Brother Cornelius?
In town, everybody says so. They say big ship way down river. Many white men on ship.
I see. Well, go on.
Righty-ho, Honorable Sir. So, I speak to Raya Alang. Tell him you bring ship, join his men, and together you destroy the Raмен's warriors. How that appeal? Is good friend's advice, no?
Is good friend's advice, yes, old fruit. There, Yank?
Sounds dandy.
Good. We have deal?
I'll tell you what. Now, you go back to the Raja. Say I'm open to negotiation, but I must have a sign of good faith. Now, how about having some food sent up soon?
And a bottle of something. Strong.
I fix it. There, no problem.
Off you go then, Brother Cornelius. Go on, scuttle off.
I come straight back, Honorable Sir. 1 hour at most. Don't go away.
No, we won't, my lovely.
What's the score, boss?
We can squeeze this land, my darling. Squeeze it dry.
You're going along with this cockamamie scheme?
No, my lovely, no. We pretend to. It buys us time, gets us food. One day soon we'll boil the Raja in his own cooking oil and slice that Las Cornelius like salami. But the white man is the one to deal with. He's no fool, that's plain. But it's a one-man operation, small time. With us behind him, the whole country is there to be bled dry.
You mean like a partnership?
And when we've got things running in a business-like way, perhaps we'll have a little quarrel and bang, bang, Jim boy, you're dead.
Boss, there's somebody moving down there by the creek.
Mine, pal.
Oh, yours head on.
Head or heart?
Head.
Don't shoot. Your friend, Mr. Cornelius. I have food. Look.
Come ahead, Brother Cornelius.
See. Food. Rice. Dried fish. Chilies. And yams and bananas. Feast.
Quiet, you scaredy pigs. Give me the rifle, Yank. Brother Cornelius, to the hullabaloo down there.
Joy.
What is the celebration?
He is back. Lord Jim has returned.
In episode 5 of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves, Marlowe, David March, Jewel, Moya Leslie, Cornelius, Sean Barrett, Gentleman Brown, Henry Stamper, Diane Waris, Robin Summers, Doramin, David Sinclair. Stein, Ronald Herdman. Tambi Etam, Christopher Douglas. Pirate, Sean Prendergast. And the Yank pirate, Bernard Brown. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Lord Jim is dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Graham Gould.
Welcome, Tuan Jim. Welcome to the Tuan.
What has happened?
Thy return is timely, Tuan. Thy people have need of thee.
Even now, after so long a time, it's difficult to believe I shall never hear Jim's voice again. The end was romantic beyond the wildest dreams of his boyhood fancy. And yet, there is, to my mind, a sort of profound and terrifying logic in it. Jim had left the world he knew, but the world would not leave him in peace. From the hour Gentleman Brown and his ragged crew of human detritus violated the tranquility of Patusan, his forest kingdom, Jim's appointment with his destiny became inevitable.
Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, dramatised in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill, with Simon Treves as Jim and David March as Marlowe. Episode 6.
Where are these white men?
On the hill, Tuan, beyond the stream that runs by the stockade.
How many?
10, perhaps 12. That 2 died is certain.
And Dain Waris, where is he?
He is not here, Tuan.
Where is he then? He is not hurt, is he?
No, Tuan, he is safe. In the battle on the river he fought bravely, but he was not hurt.
So where is he?
Down the river, Tuan. He has made camp on Paitingi Island with 50 men. It was a command of his father Doramin. The elders feared lest there would be more barbarians on the shore where their great ship is. There was fear lest more white men came in search of those on the hill. Therefore, Dain Waris hath gone to secure the river approach. Dost thou approve, Tuan?
Yes. The plan is sound.
But Dain Waris was not happy, Tuan. He wished to remain here lest there would be more fighting.
Jim! Oh, Jim!
Hello, old girl. I hear you've become a warrior with the men.
Thou shouldst have seen it, Tuan. When the barbarians came, she roused the people, made them imitate the action of a tiger, as thou didst before.
I'm proud of you.
I was afraid these white men take you away.
Oh, there's no fear of that, Jewel. It is not me they want.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
What you do now?
I must talk to them.
No, they kill you.
Oh, I think not. Tambi Etam.
Tuan.
Come with me, but keep well back behind me. Jewel, make sure that no one follows. Clear?
But the white men have guns.
Clear?
Clear.
What's all the hullabaloo down there?
Joy. Their lord has returned to them.
How do I get to him, Brother Cornelius?
If I know anything, he will come to you.
Just come strolling down, do you mean?
Yes, he is just like stupid fool. He not afraid of anything. He say, you must leave his people alone. Everybody must leave his people alone. He is like little child.
There's movement down there.
See where he comes. That's him. Look.
Yank, is your rifle loaded, darling heart? Sure thing, Father.
Good. You tell Tallman we come to shoot him, yes? You just kill him. And all the people fear you. Make you new Tuan, yes. So, Honorable Sir, please to kill him dead, like good Christian man.
Brother Cornelius, If you harbor wicked thoughts, you'll never get to heaven. Yank, cover me. He's coming into the open. I'm going down.
They met, I should think, not very far from the place, perhaps on the very spot where Jim had taken the second desperate leap of his life. They faced each other across the creek, and with steady eyes tried to understand each other before they opened their lips. Brown hated Jim at first sight. He hated him for the very neatness of his clothes, the white helmet, the canvas leggings, and the pipe-clayed shoes. Whatever hopes he had vanished at once. This was not the kind of man he had expected to see.
Who are you?
My name's Brown, Captain Brown, known as Gentleman Brown. What's yours?
My name does not matter. What made you come here?
Hunger. What made you?
That is none of your concern.
All right. Let's have one thing straight, boy. You think I'm a dead man already? I'd better tell you there's a Yankee on the hill with a bead drawn on you. So we're both dead men, right? We can talk as equals. The first thing to say, my lovely, is that I'm not going to beg for my life. And neither, goddammit, am I going to let you sit down and count us as we starve, one by one. So, you're 200 to 1. Either make your move with your baboons there, or let us take our chances on the open sea. You've been white once, so don't be a coward now. I'm no coward, but I'll be damned before I wander off into the jungle like a living skeleton for the ants to go to work on.
You don't deserve a better fate.
And what do you deserve? I came here for food. What did you come for, I wonder? Do you think you're too good to live out there with the rest of us? Anyway, that's your affair. All we ask is one thing only. Give us a fight or a clear road.
I'm prepared to fight with you any time.
And you can shoot me and welcome. This is as good a jumping off place as another. But that's too easy. My men are all in the same boat. And by God, I'm not the sort to jump out of trouble and leave them in the damned lurch.
To me, the conversation of these two across the creek appears now as the deadliest kind of duel on which fate looked with her cold-eyed knowledge of the end. Brown had a satanic gift for finding out the best and weakest spots in his victims.
Your people started all this, you know. Letting loose from both banks without stopping to ask questions. It was only bad luck and disaster at sea that drove us up this river.
And the man you killed!
At least he went cleanly. One of our men was 6 hours a-dying with his guts ripped out. We had to listen to it all. Anyway, that makes us even, doesn't it? It was bad luck. Just bad luck. When it comes down to basics, when we're in a spot, when it's down to saving your life in the dark, do we really care who else goes? 3, 30, or 300 people? You've gone quiet over there. Well, haven't you?
Will you promise to leave the coast?
Done!
And surrender your arms?
Ah! Now, that's different. These guns and a few breech ladders on board are all I've got in the world to my name. I expect to sell the lot in Madagascar. Sorry, my beauty. You'll have to rip them from our dead hand.
I don't know if I have the power.
No, he tells us. Oh, oh, that's very good, boy. What did you come here for? To pass the time of day?
Very well, Captain Brown. You shall have a clear road or a straight fight. I'll let you know.
Good day to you, my lovely lord.
Tambi Itam, come with me.
Tuan.
Yes?
We fight, yes?
I must talk with Doramin.
No, Tuan, fight! Fight now! It is but one more hill to take.
I must talk with Doramin.
He didn't die. Why you not kill him?
Because, Brother Cornelius, I can do better.
Tuan Jim, I have talked with my elders. I have listened to the voice of my people. They say, do away with these white men. The white men with beards are evil beings.
My friends, we have known each other for a long time now. We have been comrades in peace and war. Is that not so? And in all that time, there has never once been disagreement between us. I would be unhappy if there were disagreement now. At this moment, the white men are on the hill, and they are waiting for an answer from me. I have spoken to their chief in the language of my own people. Many things were said which it is difficult, impossible even, to explain in any other speech. Before we make up our minds, therefore, I want you to think on this. You say they are evil men. Well, it is true they have done bad things, but they are also men who have suffered greatly, and suffering can cause a blindness, not of the body, but of the spirit, a blindness to the laws of right and wrong. You say lives have been lost. You demand vengeance, therefore. But if we fight them, even more lives will be lost. There will be even greater suffering. Many of you here in this hall may tomorrow grieve the loss of a son or a brother. Is that really what you want? I do not have to tell you that your welfare is my welfare. Your losses, my losses. Your mourning, my mourning. We have fought and worked side by side. You know me. You know I do not lack courage. And you know, too, that I have never deceived you. Never once in all my time in this land I love have I deceived you, the people I love. Have I ever advised you ill? Have my words brought suffering to the people? Well, have they? Answer me. Today, I ask you once more to trust me. I believe it would be best all round if we let the white men with beards go with their lives. It would be a small gift, the gift of mercy. I ask you, my friends, to let them go. And I will add one thing more. If any harm should come to any one of you as a result of letting them go now, I am ready with my life. Chief Doramin, what do you say?
I am not certain.
Then send for your son Dain Waris. Let my friend Dain Waris lead the attack, for I will not lead in this business.
Tuan Jim! So be it. Let the white men go.
Who's there? Captain Brown! It is Mr. Cornelius!
Let it through!
I have message for you. I am chosen for proficiency in English tongue.
And what is the verdict?
It is the clear road to the sea. When your longboat floats on the morning tide, then you start. You are warned that armed men will be on riverbanks, so no tricks.
And it is goodbye, my excellent friend.
Right, come on, you vermin. No.
Captain Brown, I could tell you something you like to know.
What is that, Brother Cornelius?
10 miles downriver is war party led by Dain Waris, son of Doramin.
To hell with that high and mighty Jim. Is he thinking of double-crossing me?
Not him. Too much of a fool. But
what?
One thing you should know, maybe. Dain Waris is man who chased you up this hill, made you look stupid.
Damn his eyes.
Something else I know.
Brother Cornelius, you have an unholy look in your eyes.
You say to me, Mr. Cornelius, is there another way out of the river? I say, yes, Honorable Sir. There is another way out of the river, a backwater. It passed close behind Dain Waris' camp. You would have to be quiet, though.
Oh, my beautiful boys can be quiet as mice sometimes, never fear. And you know this back way.
Very well, Honorable Sir. I have to get back quick. After.
Hello, girl.
Hello, boy.
Is there food?
Of course. I fetch.
Jewel,
Yes?
you'll be officer commanding the compound again tonight.
Where you be?
Down by the stockade. There's no sleep for us tonight, old girl. Not till I've seen those blighters on their way.
I fetch food.
Tambi Itam,
Tuan.
I have a special job for you.
Tuan.
I want you to take a canoe and set off, an hour before Brown's crew leave. Get down to Dain Waris and tell them everything is in order and to let the longboat through. When that's done, they're to strike camp and come home. Understood?
Yes, Tuan.
It was 2 hours before dawn when word was passed to the stockade that the white robbers were coming down to their boat. In a very short time, every armed man from one end of Patusan to the other was on the alert. A heavy mist lay very low on the water, making a sort of elusive grey light that showed nothing. When Brown's longboat glided out of the creek into the river, Jim was standing on the low point of land before the stockade.
Brown!
Yes?
You'd better trust to the current while the fog lasts. It'll lift presently.
Right, lovely lad. Very well. Careful, lads, careful.
Brown!
What now?
If you think it worth your while to wait a day offshore, I'll try to send you something down. Bullocks, some yams, what I can.
Yes. Yes, do.
Perhaps you get small bullock, small yam. If he says so, you do. He a thief. Stole everything I had.
Holy cow, will you shut up?
Want me to sling him over, boss?
Throw me out, eh? I know where I am. I live here many years.
Not long enough to see through a fog like this, Brother Cornelius.
Long enough for that.
Can you find the backwater blindfold like this?
You too tired to row?
No, by God.
I'll put your oars there, you scum.
Give me the
Now
tiller.
put your backs into it. You'll have your chance to get in with those baboons before we're done. You dismal troubleshoe. A fool! Fool!
What's up? I Tambi Itam with a message from Tuan Chim. Where is Dain Waris?
I am here, Tambi Itam. Welcome. What is your news?
The news is good.
Oh, dost thou say so? I am glad. Here we have seen nothing. I respect my father Doramin, but he was in error. There are no more barbarians at the coast. We have seen only the alligators. So say, Tambi Itam, hath Tuan Jim killed the invaders?
No, Dain Waris.
No?
Tuan Jim's command is that the barbarians shall go in peace.
In peace, dost thou say?
It is his will.
Thou art not mistaken?
No. His words were, let the white man with the long beards go, they must not be harmed. When they have passed this island, thou and thy men take thy boats and return.
This does not please me.
Nor I. I would take their heads to decorate my house.
Oh, thou speaks truly, Tambi Itam. They are like the snake. Alive, they are always dangerous.
After hearing all he had to say, Dain Waris dismissed Tambi Itam to have food and rest. Then he himself lay down, open-eyed, on a raised couch made of bamboo. The morning sun was soon eating up the mist. It was then that Gentleman Brown took his revenge.
Let them have it! Reel! Fire Bill! Aim low! Aim low!
Tambi Itam told me that except for those who fell dead or wounded, not a soul of them moved for quite an appreciable time. Then a blind panic drove the men in a surging, swaying mob to and fro along the shore, like a herd of cattle afraid of water. He said that he understood at the first volley what had happened. He fell down and lay as if dead, but with his eyes open. At the sound of the first shots, Dain Waris jumped up and ran out upon the open shore, just in time to receive a bullet in his forehead.
Cease fire! Cease firing, damn you!
Time to leave, I think. Lovely lads. Goodbye, Brother Cornelius. A kick for your help.
Back to the boat! Back to the boat!
When Tambi Itam arose from the dead, he saw Cornelius running up and down the shore amongst the corpses and expiring fires. Suddenly, he made frantic efforts to get one of the native boats into the water.
Cornelius, you insect!
No, Martin!
Tambi Itam did not tarry after that. He understood the importance of being first with the news. He ran to his canoe.
Tuan, awake!
What is it?
Tuan, it is I, Tambi Itam.
What has happened?
This, Tuan, is a day of evil, an accursed day.
Speak out, man.
They have killed Dain Waris and many more.
Dain Waris?
It was the most cruel treachery.
Go over to the village. Rouse the men immediately. We must get the boats out. We might still catch them. Move, man. Why do you just stand there?
Forgive me, Tuan, but...
What?
It will not be safe for thy servant to go out amongst the people.
Then Jim understood. He had retreated from one world, and now the other, the work of his own hands, had fallen in ruins upon his own head. It was not safe for his servant to go out amongst his own people.
Doramin.
I believe that in that very moment Jim decided to defy disaster. The dark powers should not rob him twice of his peace.
See, Doramin, the body of thy son.
The bodies have come back. There is much weeping.
Much anger, too. We shall have to fight.
Fight? What for?
For our lives.
I have no life.
Not true!
Time to finish this.
So, you go. Do you remember? You said you'd never leave me. I asked for no promise. You promised. Remember?
Enough, girl. I should not be worth having.
The last time. Will you defend yourself?
No, Jewel.
No.
Leave go.
No, no, no.
Tambi Itam, help me.
No.
Jewel, I must go.
Canoe is ready, Tuan.
Forgive me, Jewel.
Never. Never.
Show me the body of Dain Waris.
Here, Tuan.
Goodbye, my friend.
He hath taken it upon his own head.
Yes, upon my head. Doramin, your son lies dead, and I am come in sorrow. I am come ready
and unarmed.
Doramin, alone, immense and desolate, sat in his armchair with a pair of flintlock pistols on his knees. The unwieldy old man, lowering his big forehead like an ox under a yoke, made the effort to rise. Then, while Jim stood stiffened and with bared head in the light of the torches, looking him straight in the face, the old man lifted his right arm, shot his son's friend through the chest. The crowd, which had fallen apart behind Jim, as soon as Doramin raised his hand, rushed forward. They say that the white man sent right and left at all those faces a proud and unflinching gaze. Then, with his hand over his lips, he fell forward, dead. And that's the end. He passes away under a cloud, inscrutable at heart, forgotten, unforgiven, and excessively romantic. Is he satisfied? I wonder. We ought to know. He is one of us. Was I right? Who knows? He is gone. And Jewel is leading a sort of soundless, inert life in Stein's house. Stein has aged greatly of late, and says often he is preparing to leave all this. Preparing to leave, while he waves his hand sadly at his butterflies.
In the final episode of Lord Jim by Joseph Conrad, the cast was Jim, Simon Treves; Marlowe, David March; Jewel, Moya Leslie; Cornelius, Sean Barrett; Gentleman Brown, Henry Stamper; Tambi Etam, Christopher Douglas; Diane Waris, Robin Summers; Doramin, David Sinclair; and the Yank pirate, Bernard Brown. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Lord Jim was dramatized in 6 episodes by Keith Darvill. The director was Martin Jenkins.